Good evening, everyone. I hope my voice is audible. Yeah. So let's start the session. So yesterday we discussed about the data modeling in the Salesforce Marketing Cloud. What is meant by data modeling? So eventually, Salesforce Marketing Cloud is the automation tool, marketing automation tool, and this tool we are going to send the with the help of this tool we are going to send the marketing communication using various channels like the email channel, then mobile related channels like SMSs, right? Then MMS, mobile push notification, messenger, etc. But for sending the email or for sending the SMS, we need the information about the subscribers. Subscriber means the people who will be the audience or who will be the receiver of our marketing communication. Okay, means the people who actually subscribe to receive the marketing communication from us is called as subscriber, right? They opt in with our communication. Okay, now to hold this kind of subscribers, we have the data modeling, right? We have two types of data models in the Salesforce Marketing Cloud, right? Data models means where we can hold where we can hold or manage the data about the about the audience is called as data models. Okay, in the Salesforce Marketing Cloud is called as data model. Now we have two types of data model in Salesforce Marketing Cloud. First is list-based data model. We have discussed about this in the last class. And second, we have the contact-based data model. Okay, what is meant by list-based data model? In the Salesforce Marketing Cloud, we can create the list of subscribers. Yesterday we discussed about how we can create the list, right? Then how we can just simply define the list, how we can add the subscribers to the list, right? We have discussed about all the characteristics of the list, right? Attributes about the list, etc. Today we are going to discuss about the contact-based data model. Yesterday we have created few lists, right? Let me just show you those. So this is the email studio. I'm into email studio. I'll navigate to email, right? I'll launch the email studio. And from here, from the subscriber tabs, I can navigate to the list. Okay. I have created the folders, right? I think I have created this folder, SFMC demo class. Yesterday we created two lists, right? What is the list? What is meant by list? It is a list of subscriber. List has some what we can say characteristics like all the attributes, right? In all the lists are common. So list has common attributes, right? List has the limitation like we can maximum hold the 5 lakh records in the list, right? And list can only list is not that scalable because it has the common attributes. Then we know that in real time industry we have the data about the audience, and that data is scattered among multiple database tables, or data is not simple, right? If you can see both the list, let me duplicate this tab. We have created two lists, right? Both the list have the same attributes. Attributes means columns. Okay. So let me just, so if you can see, this is the first list that we have created. Example for June. It contains the column called email address, status, subscriber key, created date, added by, add method, date modified. And this is the second list that we have created, right? So it also has the same attribute. Means the conclusion is all the lists in the Salesforce Marketing Cloud have the common attributes, right? It is not like we can design the separate list attributes, or we can define the different attributes for different lists, right? If we modify the attributes inside the list, then all the attributes in the org, or all the attributes in the all the list in the org will get affected. Okay. Now to handle the situation, right? We know that the data is different. Data is designed means if we talk about the data, consider we are working for the Amazon and consider we wanted to build a data model about the Amazon customer. Amazon does not want to just hold the customer information, but Amazon is a e-commerce brand, right? So they wanted us to hold all the order information about the customer because ultimately Amazon will create various campaigns based on their customer engagement. Okay, and that customer engagement happens through the ordering multiple products, right? So Amazon has various scattered data into different tables. Like Amazon usually has the customer table, or let's say order table, then product table, then brand table, etc., right? And those kind of tables we can hold, right, into the multiple data extension. So we have contact based data model. It is built using multiple data extension, and the relationship between the data extension forming contact based data model. Contact based data model is nothing but the data model which we are building, right, using multiple data extension. What is meant by data extension? Actually, first we have to understand data extension before understanding the contact based data model. So what is data extension? Data extension is nothing but the custom data table in Salesforce Marketing Cloud, right? If we have to build the custom data table in the Salesforce Marketing Cloud, we can build using the data extension. So let me just give you example about the contact-based data model, right? Theoretically, first I will explain, and then we will continue with the live example. Okay. So imagine we are working for the Amazon, right? We know that Amazon has data scattered into relational database, right? Means it has multiple tables, right? Imagine Amazon is holding customers, right, in one single table, right? Imagine this is the customer table, right? Now customer has, let's say, a column or attribute like customer ID, right? Then first name, then last name, then we have city, then we have date of birth, right? Then we have email, and phone. Okay. So this is the customer data table. Okay. Now it is means customer data table is having the same information. What is mean by same information? Same information means the information required to perform the send through the Salesforce Marketing Cloud. For example, right, this is the data extension. Imagine this is data extension. It contains the email as well as phone number. Can we send email without having the email value? Of course not, right? Can we send SMS without having the phone number? No, right? So these two columns, right, are very important, right? And these two columns are part of this particular data extension called customer data extension. So the data extension which has the information about the sending, it is called as sendable data extension. It is called as sendable data extension. That means whenever I wanted to send any kind of email to customer, right, I need email and phone, right? Without having email and phone information, I cannot perform the send. So here, right, this particular data extension I need to mark as the sendable. Okay. Then let's consider second data extension. We have order information. To hold the order information, we will define one more data extension in the Salesforce Marketing Cloud, like order ID. Order ID. Then we have products. Okay, then we have amount. Then after that, we have, let's say, quantity. Okay, fine. So order ID, product, amount, quantity, right? And there will be one more column, right? Because with the help of these four attributes, Can I identify that the order belongs to which customer? No, right? So we will relate this order data extension with this particular customer data extension using the foreign key in order table. Okay, so I will write customer ID. Okay, so if you can see now, right, this customer ID is called as foreign key. Foreign key means, right, it is the key, right? It is the key of the different table, right? Means, for example, let me quickly give you example. Let me create the data, right? So I will create the customer ID C1, C2. I will create few customers, right? Let me add the dummy data. Okay, fine. Then I will add the first name Ram, Sham. Then I have Sachin, Virat, then Rohit, then Hardik, Ranveer, then Ranveer, and Amitabh. Okay, then Sachin, Sharma, Verma, then Deshmukh, then Kohli, Tendulkar, Bachchan. Right, I will repeat this too. Okay, fine. I will put city, random cities, Pune, Delhi, Mumbai, then Pune, Delhi, Indore, right? Then I have, let's say, Pune, Delhi, then Noida. Okay, fine. I will add any date of birth as, let's say, 17/03/1996. I'll do one thing. I'll remove this date of birth column because I don't want right now. Okay, fine. I'll make it simple, right, for the demo. I will add the emails, right? Ram Sharma @gmail.com. Okay. Then I have Sham Verma @gmail. I will add random emails, right? Then Sachin @gmail.com. Right. Then Virat @gmail.com. Then Rohit @gmail.com. Right. Hardik @gmail.com. Okay. Then Ranveer @gmail.com. Okay. Ranveer @gmail.com. Okay. Then Amitabh @gmail.com. Okay. I will add the phone number random, right? Random phone numbers, right? Avoid the data, dummy data, because I'm just creating a dummy data to explain you the concept. Okay. So these are the customer information, right? Now Amazon has one more data table to hold the order information. So imagine this is the order table, right? So O1, O2, right? O3. These are the order IDs. Okay. Perfect. I wanted to means I have the order table, right? I have amount, let's say 1,000, 2,000, right? And so on. Okay, fine. Right. Quantity one, two, two, three, one. Okay, fine. Right now, I wanted to establish the relationship. Means can I find out O1 made by which customer, order one made by which customer, right from this data? No, because we do not have any kind of relationship in between customer and the order, right? We can establish through the foreign key concept. For example, here consider O1, order one is made by the C5 customer. Okay, means who actually made this particular order, right? Rohit Tendulkar. Am I clear? Right? So let me put random customers. Perfect. Okay, right? Then we have products. Okay. Now to hold the products, right? Actually, product has multiple information like product name, brand name, then product description, size, color, etc., etc. In one particular attribute or one particular column, it cannot contain, right? Or it cannot be possible to manage everything in one particular attribute. So Amazon decides to have the product data extension to hold the product information. Okay, right. So to hold the product information, we have one more table, product ID, right? Then product name, name. Okay. Then I have, let's say, color, size. Okay, fine. Now I will add the products randomly here, right? P1. Let's create 5 products. Okay, fine. First product is laptop, right? Then we have headphone, right? Then we have let's say bottle, pen. Then after that we have, let's say, charger. Okay, I will randomly write down the color, black, white. I will repeat it, black, white, black, white. Okay, right, size, full, then medium. Okay, perfect. Now observe, right? We have the product information in the different data table, right? Now the product, right, and the order does not have any kind of link, right? So that means to establish the link or establish the collection, we will set up the foreign key here, right? Means we will directly write down the product IDs, right, in the order table, IDs of different table. So that's why it is called as foreign key, right? So I'll directly write P1, P3, P4, P5, P1, P2, P3, P4. Okay. So I can easily find out O2 means order 2 is about P2. P2 means headphone, right? White headphone. Okay, right? But we have one more table, means in real time what happens, right? There is a brand information as well, right? Brand information to hold the brand data, right? We have brand data extension, right? Here we have brand name, right? Brand name, right? Then country and description. Okay, right? So I will create I will have one more column, brand ID. Okay, so brand ID. We have 4 attributes in the brand data extension: brand ID, brand name, country, and description. I'll remove the description. Okay, fine. I will create 2 brands. Okay, 2 brands. V1 for Apple. I will write down here USA country, and V2 for Samsung, uh, Korea. Perfect, right? And I will relate this brand information, right, by placing the foreign key into product data extension. Brand ID. Okay. I will write randomly V1, V2, V3, V1, then V1 and V2. Okay, fine. So this is my data structure, right? Entire data structure is called as contact-based data model. Why it called contact-based data model, that we will discuss. But these are all the data extensions. The combination of all the data extension, right, which are scattered, right, means Amazon has the requirement to hold the all information about the customer, right? Customer's order, which product customer bought, about the brand information as well, right? Everything we can hold into multiple data structure or multiple data extension. Combine, if we combine everything, then it will become the contact based data model. Okay, and data extensions are also of two types: sendable and non-sendable. For example, right, if we have the customer information, right, can we send the email? Of course, yes, because the most important thing to perform send is the email. Okay. right? But if we have just the order information, can we send the email to the customer? No, right? Because here the particular data extension does not have the sending information. It has supporting information to the obviously to the customer data extension, right? So it is called as non-sendable. This product data extension is also called as non-sendable. Brand data extension is also called as non-sendable. Okay, right? So actually I need to create, right, this four data extension for our example to carry. Okay, now let's jump. First of all, we will create the four data extension. Then I will create the attribute grouping and form the contact based data model. Okay, now observe. To create the data extension, I need to jump to the data extension. Okay, I have I have the folder, right? I'll do one thing in the data extension. I will create one new folder, right? I have my folder called Shubham. In this particular folder, right? I will create new folder, right? New folder name as I will name the new folder as SFMC demo. Okay, perfect. I have opened the SFMC demo, data extension Shubham SFMC demo. Okay, I will create the data extensions in the particular folder. Now, whenever we create the data extension, always remember we have the the checkbox sendable, non-sendable. Sendable means, as I told you, sendable means the data which is used for sending. In our case, we have to create the customer data extension. It needs to have this sendable, right? Because we are going to use this particular data for sending. Okay. So to create the customer data extension, we have to mark the sendable. Okay, to create other data extension means order data extension, product data extension, or brand data extension. No need to mark sendable. Why? Because other data is only the supporting data to the core data extension. To our core data extension is customer data extension. Okay, fine. So let's create, right? So I will choose the creation method, create from new, right? I will name it customer data extension Amazon, right? 2nd June. Okay, always remember the data extension name should be unique, right? Means we have to give the unique name. That's why I name it this complex. Okay, I will mark the sendable. We have next step. Next step is data retention policy, right? What is mean by data retention policy? So data means whatever data we are going to import, right? Whatever data we are going to add in this data extension, that data retained for how much time, that we have to define here, right? For example, right, data retention settings we have, right? For example, for the individual records, we have to add expiry of 45 days, right? We can add, means after 45 days of record get added to the data extension, right? The records will get deleted automatically, right? Right now we do not have any need to set up the data retention policy, so we will mark it off, right? Data retention policy means simply data will be getting vanished, right? If we make it on, right? We have to set up the data retention policy, for how much days or for how much period the data should get retained. Okay, right now I wanted to mark it off because I do not want it to just simply have the data, right, deleted. Okay, now according to the requirement we have to create the attributes, right? Customer ID, first name, last name, city, email, phone. These are my attributes. Okay, so I will add customer ID, then first name, then last name, then we have city, customer ID, first name, last name, city, email, and phone. Okay, then after that we have email, and phone. Okay, fine. So customer ID will be in the text. First name is also text. Last name is also text. City is also text. Email address, phone, phone. Okay, fine. Out of these 6 attributes, I will mark customer ID as a primary key. What is meant by primary key? Primary key means, right, customer ID will be treated as the as the unique attribute of this particular table, right? Or whatever data table we are creating, the customer IDs needs to be unique, right? For each and every record. Other things I will mark nullable. Okay. Now always remember, whenever we mark the properties as sendable for the data extension, we have to give the send relationship for the particular sendable data extension. In our case, we are treating customer ID as the subscriber key. As I told you, right, yesterday we have discussed about the list based data model. The list based data model has the subscriber key as the what we can say compulsory field. Okay, but here, right, we are creating the data, right? We have to tell which attribute we are creating the sendable data. We have to tell system which out of this particular attribute, which attribute will act as the subscriber key for me, because this is the sendable data. Ultimately, we are going to send it, right? We are going to perform send using those data. Okay. So for that case, we will check the customer ID equal to subscriber key. Okay. I'll click on create, right? And then my data send relationship perfect. It is not blank actually. Yeah, fine. So I have created the sendable data extension. Now, if we mark the particular send relationship, let me give you the overview around the send relationship. Let me create one demo data extension. Observe, right? I mark this particular demo data extension as sendable equal to true, right? I will mark off data retention policy. I will create the few fields, few attributes, demo one, demo two, right? Demo three, right? Now observe, right? In the properties, we have marked the send relationship true. So that's why this field send relationship, right, is available, right? If we mark this sendable, if we uncheck this sendable is sendable, then what will happen, right? The send relationship will become hidden. Okay, so always remember, whenever we are creating the sendable data extension, right, always we have to tell system that which particular attribute will act as the subscriber key. In our case, the customer ID will act as the subscriber key that we have established in the send relationship. Okay, fine. Now we have to create the order data extension, product data extension, and brand data extension. How we can create the order data extension, product data extension, and brand data extension similarly only, but the order data extension, product data extension, and brand data extension are non-sendable. Okay, so I'll do one thing, right? I will just create first this order data extension, right? So I'll click on back, right? I'll close, cancel it. Okay, I'll create new data extension, right? I will name it as order data extension Amazon, right, to June. Okay, fine. Is it sendable? No, it is not sendable. I'll click on next. Data retention policy off, right? What are the attributes we have in that particular data extension? We have order ID, product, then amount, quantity, customer ID. Okay, so order ID, then we have product ID, then we have amount, okay, then quantity and customer ID. Quantity and we have customer ID. If you can see, we have marked this order data extension non-sendable. So that's why this send relationship is hidden. For the sendable data extension only, we have to set up the send relationship. Okay. Now order ID, right? Order ID I will make as the primary key. The other things, right, I will make as nullable. Okay. Now, apart from that, right, amount will be in the number format, quantity will be in the number format, right? Customer ID will be in the text only. Okay, I'll click on create. Perfect. Then after that, we have product data extension. We have product ID, product name, color, size, and brand ID. Okay. So this one we will create product data extension. In the product data extension, I will name it as product data extension, Amazon. Okay, 2nd June. Perfect. Is it sendable? No. Data retention policy off, right? What are the fields we have? Product ID, product name, color, size, and brand ID. So product ID, product name. Then after that, we have color, size, and brand ID. We have color, we have size, and then we have brand ID. Okay. Product ID will become a primary key. All the other data will be the nullable. Okay. Fine. I'll click on create. Done. Right. Third data extension is done. Then I go with the fourth one, brand data extension. Okay. I'll click on create brand data extension. Brand data extension. Okay. Right. Is it sendable? No, it is not sendable. Data retention policy of fields. We have brand ID, right? Then we have brand name country. We have brand name. Then we have country. Okay. All the fields will be text only, right? I will mark the brand ID as a primary key, all the other thing as a nullable. Okay. I'll click on create. The name is already there, right? Already exists. So I'll change the name. Okay, fine. Perfect. We have created the 4 data extension. Now the question is, right, how we can establish the relationship? Because as I told you, right, the particular customer ID is a foreign key. Product ID is a foreign key, right? Then we have brand ID is a foreign key. Foreign key means key of the primary key of the different table. It is called as foreign key. Okay, right? I wanted to build, means I just build the data extensions, not the contact based data model, right? Contact based data model are nothing but the means data model which can be built using the data extension, combination of multiple data extension forming the relationship, right? It is called as contact based data model. What is exact meaning for the contact based data model? Let's understand, right? So let me just tell you, right? So observe, right? There is a one standard data extension already there in the Salesforce Marketing Cloud called as contact, right? So this is the contact. Okay, perfect. Observe. Now, this particular contact data extension, it is already there in the Salesforce Marketing Cloud. It contains the fields, it contains the attribute like contact key, right? Then we have email, then we have push notification ID, right? Then we have push notification device ID, right? Then we have phone, etc., etc. This is the contact table which is already there in the Salesforce Marketing Cloud. Apart from this contact table, we have created the customer data extension, order data extension, brand data extension, and product data extension. That means, right, we have created this data model, right? Now I will just cut and paste here, right? So there is already one contact data extension, right? This is called as contact data. This contains, let's say, contact key, right? Then email and other fields. I will write other directly. Okay, fine. So this is already there. So I will color it in different color. Okay. So observe. So this contact is already there, right? Now what I want, right? This particular contact, right? I wanted to build, means I wanted to put this particular customer ID as the foreign key, right? In the contact key means whenever I create any customer ID or any customer row in the customer data extension, automatically there should one record which get created in the contact key, right? This type of relationship I want, right? And that will be one to one, means automatically I wanted to create relationship in between the contact data extension, which is already there, right? With the customer data extension, which I have built, right? So that's why we called it as the contact based data model. So this is already there. We are building data model based on this particular contact data extension. These are data model. We created various types of data extension, right? Data extension have its own structure, right? And we have created, right? We have built the relationship with the contact data extension, which is already there. Right now, let's build it. Okay. So to build this, right, we have to jump to the contact builder, right? So where is contact builder, right? In the audience builder, we have contact builder. Let me load the contact builder. Let me launch the contact builder, right? To create the contact based data model, we have to create the attribute group. What is meant by attribute, right? So observe, right? What is this? What is this customer ID, first name, last name, city, email, phone, order ID, products, amount, city, customers, ID. These are the attributes. And these are also the attribute. We are ultimately grouping those attributes. We are creating this group, right? Because there are multiple data extensions, right? Means before creating this four data extension, right? There are already n number of data extensions present in the Salesforce Marketing Cloud, right? But we have to group these now, right? We have to group these four data extension to create one relationship, form one contact based data model that we can build in the contact builder. In the tab called data designer, we have the option to create the attribute group, right? I will click on create the attribute group. I will name it, right? Second June attribute group. Okay. I'll click on create. Perfect. I'm creating attribute group, right? Let it load properly. It will open me a attribute, right? So as I told you, right, there is one contact table, contact data extension, right? So this is the contact data extension, right? It contains the contact key. What is my requirement? I wanted to link this particular contact key with customer ID with the help of customer data extension. So what I will do, I will just simply navigate to my attribute group, right? I will click on link data extension, right? Now I will show you on the left hand side, we have customer data extension, which is contact data extension. It has the contact key. And on the right hand side, we have the data extensions. Our means whatever data extension our org has, right? So I will open the folder called Shubham, right? Because in the Shubham folder itself, I have the my data extension. So I'm opening Shubham, right? In the Shubham, I have SFMC demo, right? In the SFMC demo, right? I have, let's say, customer data extension Amazon 2nd June. Okay. Now I will create contact key and customer ID, the relationship in between contact key, customer ID. This will be one-to-one relationship, right? I'll click on save. Okay. I'll click on save. If you observe, right, after completion of this action, right, there is a link in between contacts and the customer data extension, which we just created. So let me show you, right? Let it load properly. Okay. Then after that, if you can see, right, we have contact key. We link contact key with the customer data extension Amazon 2nd June, right? Now this particular customer data extension, right, should be linked with the order data extension, because in the order data extension we have customer ID. In the customer data extension we have customer ID. If you can see here, right, one particular order, right, here, right? One customer can have multiple orders, right? So we can say that it is one to many relationship. Okay, right? So we will establish that. Okay. So for that, right, I will again link one more. Right now, on the left hand side, I can see my customer data extension. On the right hand side, I need to select the order data extension. So we have folder called Shubham. Okay. In the Shubham folder, we have SFMC demo. In the SFMC demo, we have order data extension. Now, customer ID is linked with the customer ID, right? One customer can have multiple orders, right? Means one customer ID can be present in the multiple orders. Okay. So this is the relationship. I'll click on save. Save. Perfect, right? It's perfectly working. Just hold. Now, let me show you once again, right?
So I'm sorry to interrupt, like one attribute mapping.
Yeah. One attribute mapping means we can map multiple attributes as well. No issue. Means in one relationship, there is one attribute mapping is possible. But if I wanted to directly link the customers with the products, I can add one more attribute mapping here. Okay, right? Means I can create multiple relationships as well. Okay. But in let's focus on the requirement, right? So here we have the product, right? The product means if you can see product is present, right, in the order data extension, and product is already in the product data extension. One order has one product, right? So we have not explored this, or if you can see one product, right? Or we can say that, right, in between product and order ID, right, we have one to many relationship. Why? Because one product can be present in multiple orders, right? So we will do one thing, right? We can set up the many to many as well, right? But with this example, right, with this data model, right, we have to set up one to many. Okay. Why? Because one product is present in the multiple orders. Okay. So click on this link data extension, right? Now on the left hand side, we have order data extension. On the right hand side, we have to select the product. Okay, in the Shubham folder, we have the one more folder, SFMC demo, right? And this SFMC demo, in this SFMC demo, I wanted to choose, right, the products, right? Product ID from the order data extension and product ID from the product data extension. Now, one product can be in the multiple orders, so many to one. Okay, fine. Save. Save. If you are confused with one to many to one, many to many, if you don't know, right, just let me know. I'll explain it. Don't worry. Okay. And apart from that, we have brand. If you can see here as well, we have one to many, right? Means one brand can be present in multiple products. Okay, right? So I'll do one thing, right? I have to build the relationship in between product data extension and brand data extension. Okay. So I will add the data extension. Okay. In the data extension, on the right hand side, I have product data extension. On the left hand side, I want the brand data extension, right? So brand data extension is present in the folder called as Shubham. Okay, in the Shubham folder, we have SFMC demo, right? And in SFMC demo, we have brand data extension, right? So here we have brand ID, here we have brand ID. One brand ID can be present in multiple product. Okay, save. Done. Okay, so this is how we build the contact-based data model. This particular configuration that we have done, it is called as contact-based data model. And if you can see here, right, we have we have formed the attribute groups. What is mean by attribute groups? These are the attributes, means these are all the attributes, right? These are the attributes. These are the attributes. We group them. The attributes are scattered in between multiple data extensions, but we group them using attribute grouping, right? So that's why if you can see our attribute groups has four data sets, right? One, two, three, four, right? And it has total 19 attributes. 19 attributes. How? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, right? Then we have 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So all the 19 attributes we group together to form the contact key. Means, for example, for C1, right? C1, right? Consider we created the contact key C1, right? This C1 is referring to the particular customer called Ram Sharma, right? And with the help of customer ID, we can refer to the all the orders that C1 has, right? C1 has O2, right? Then O4, then we have let's say O9, right? And it ultimately can refer the products, right? Means products of all the orders made by C1, right? And their brand as well, right? Means from one particular contact key, we are having access to multiple data, which is scattered among the various data extensions. This is called as contact-based data model. Am I clear? Yes or no, guys? So yeah. So to fetch this data, we need to create an Excel file. That file contains data in the particular location in system. Browse to fetch this, who is going to provide the Excel files data. So ultimately, we do not get the Excel files, right? We use the integrations, right? Or we use the FTP to get the data, right? Means no one is going to upload the data, or no one is going to give you the data containing the file. Okay, they will directly upload to the FTP location, and we need to set up an automation which will import the data into the system. Okay, but for the beginning, right? Means for learning the AMP and all, right? In our case, we are going to create the CSV file from the chat GPT, create the dummy data, and then we will upload that data using import option, which we have in all the data extensions. Okay, that I'll show you tomorrow. Okay, fine. So no one will share the data of file. Don't mislead. Everyone will keep their data in secured server, right? We will directly get that data file directly from the server FTP location. Okay. Any other doubt? So
No,
now
Shubham.
yeah. So this is the data modeling, guys, right? Very important concept. Every project start with this only, right? Tomorrow, what we will understand the data extensions types, right? Standard, filtered, random, right? And we will import the data as well in the system. Okay, by using the import option. So we have import option, right? If you can see, right? Generally, we do not use this, right? Import option, because it is not recommended to import the data directly. Salesforce recommends us to automate the data fetching from the external system. Okay. But in our case, we do not have the client, we do not have the external system. So that's why we to practice the filtered data extension and random data extension, we need the data. So for that only, we will import the files. Okay. If you have the doubts, you can ask. Otherwise, we are
Yeah,
going to start.
Shubham, Saurabh here. I have one doubt. So, Shubham, you have not created this contact data extension, right? It is
Yeah,
already there.
it is standard. It is already there. It is the
Okay.
base data extension.
Sorry, it is the base data.
Base data extension. Base data extension means, right? whatever subscribers we will add in the SFMC, right? That will unique, right? Means, for example, if I added the subscriber S1 in this data model as well as in different data model, okay, so that will be treated as same now, right? So that's why we have one centralized data extension, right? So if you can see right here, you will understand, right? Observe, right? This is the contact data extension. It is connected to various attributes group. These are the attributes group. Okay,
Okay.
right. Means one particular subscriber will always be a single, right? Means it can part of multiple what we can say multiple attributes group, multiple contact based data model, right? Means, for example, for Diwali we created one data model, right? Then for let's say any different offer, right? We created the different data model. Then the customer or the subscriber is same, right? So it should be unified, right? So it is connected to all the data attribute group. Okay. It will
Yes, Shubham.
identify with the help of means with the help of contact key that we have.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's why contact key or subscriber key is the unique identity.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Shubham.
Yes. I hope you guys are visualizing. This is very so. Look, here I have to teach you the concept in the 40 minutes, right? So might be it is too fast, or might be it is not in too detail, right? But you can ask me the doubt, right? Whenever you feel, because I have the time limitation. I have means I wanted to cover as much as I can in 3 days. Okay, so that's why. Okay, so I guess it is good to stop today. We will be having the one more demo tomorrow, right? We will continue from here only. Okay, thank you. And for those people who miss the day 0 and day 1, they can find the recordings on the group, on the community. Okay, just go ahead, refer the recordings if you just joined today. Okay, fine. Thank you.